Oh, people are waiting. Well, hello guys. I didn't realize people were actually like here waiting for me. But hey, I made it. Did some family time tonight and start streaming a little bit late. That's alright. Let's see. Hey Brandon. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's good. Again, just spending some family time. But I have it here, about ready to get started. Let me make sure I have everything I need, which is pretty much just some screwdrivers, because today we're just doing the frame. I guess we'll do an unboxing first. Can I see all the parts that are in it? Yes, family time is more important. And also, my light on here is not working, and I don't think I have another 12-volt power supply. So, it's a little bit dark in the corner. Apologize for that. So yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and we're just going to do this only. We can get a nice big view. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is the BLV MGN Cube. This is a Core XY. Ben Levi is the one that created this project. And then he reached out to a bunch of vendors, and they actually produced this kit for him now. So, well, Shadow King, I appreciate you waiting, buddy. I do. Yeah, so he created this hypercube or this Core XY machine, and it has kind of taken off. It's quite the build, in my opinion. It's very cool looking. I believe this here is the bed. Yeah, so it's a humongous magnetic bed. Check this out. Huge piece. Oh. So one of the issues I did hear people talk about was this right here, how the contacts are on the top side of the bed. So I'll need to figure out something to do with that in order to make this work. But it's overall comes with a very, very coarse piece of flex sheeting on it. But yeah, I definitely have heard people talk about the bed for this. So I'll be interested to see what I can do to kind of overcome that design flaw. I don't even know if Ben is aware of that flaw. I really should probably tell him about it. But we don't need that right now. Just put that away. So the next layer here is where a lot of our electronics are. So I wonder if I can stand this up somehow. Filler boxes. There we go. It's a little better. So here we have all of the rails. So this cube printer runs off of all linear rails. So they're all in here. They will need to be oiled. They're not high winds. They're not genuine high winds. Even though they say they're genuine high winds, people said that they're not. I was told that they are genuine, but I mean, that kind of is what it is. Let me look real quick because this is a little dark. I don't know how to adjust this camera. Come on, get back to my live view here. That's max brightness right there. That's good enough, I guess. We have the rails. It's a Big Tree Tech SKR 1.3 with TMC 2209 drivers. We've got PTFE tubing. We have a clone E3D hot end, proper one. I've got a screen here. It's just the generic, which is the 12864, I think it is. The full graphic controller cables. We're going to need a ton of 2020s corner brushes. We're going to need those. We've got fans, a bunch of motors. Something else for that. The BMG clone. Got a fused power supply, fused socket, and then it's just a 24 volt, 20 amp power supply. A little generic one, but most every printer is using. We got this layer, which is really heavy with those motors and those rails. I'll sit there for a moment. Here we have all of the extrusion we're going to need. So this frame is mostly 2040 frame. Yeah, look at all this extrusion here. Start pulling all this stuff out. Back. And then more. Ooh, longer ones here. Got more 2040. Is it all 2040? Is there 2020? There's some 2020s. More 2020s. We've got a gargantuan bag of T-nuts. We're going to need those. Gargantuan bag of M5s, which look oily. That's going to be fun. Washers and other things. We'll keep these out. I don't know if I'm using these washers or not. T-plate and a bunch of angle brackets, or just these are just 90-degree 2020 brackets. Bearings we're not going to need right now. Heater cartridge. More. Limit switches. Register. Another piece of 2040. Smaller piece of 2020 down in here. Yeah, alright. So let's put what we don't need back in. Oh. Again, tonight is only the frame. There's no way I'm going to marathon build this. This is going to take the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'd say, to build. Oh. Here we have all of our 20, 40, 40, 30. Look at all that extrusion. This is all for one printer. Oh, man. Oh. Where are we at here? Audio is low and choppy. I can increase volume a little bit. Hang on. I took it out the other night because I took out the gain the other night. Alright, is this any better? I know I'm close right now, but can you still hear me now? Let's go with that. So if I'm a little further away, you guys can still hear me. About as far as my mic will reach here. I don't know where this goes. Better. All right. Not long. Thank you. I bought me a new metric tape measure. Choppy audio. is this any better? Gotta do some reconnections here, see if that's any better. I don't know what's causing it. Are we still sounding roboto? Oh, sorry, Brandon. It's worse now. Hang on. Is it still choppy when I talk here? Because it shouldn't be. I mean, it's the same input. Do 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 do. Waiting, waiting, waiting. So for some reason, it must be the Gunner, you always hear my fans. I don't care. Shut it. Okay, what to do? Give me 1 second to ponder this situation. Oh, I took the cam, put it over there. Let me get a different camera for here. Go 1 minute. That, and stand by for a minute. It's going to get audio bad for a minute. Okay, you should be able to hear me now, and everything should be better. You should be able to see everything now. Let me know if it's not. Ba-do-da-doo, da-do-da-doo. Hopefully it sounds better and it looks okay. Doo-da, doo-da. Alright, let's get started then. So the one thing with this build is that there's really not directions per se. It's not that I've ever have found yet. There's just some documentation, pictures on the Thingiverse page and on his website, but there's no like formal written documentation yet. I don't really know how this is going to go. Alright, so if we're going to do the bottom, all four bottoms are 496. So you're too long. 496. Alright, let's put these to the side. Start with just the bottom of the frame with one of these sets of 496 ones. Oh, Matt, thanks. I did debate on whether I was going to do this as a live stream or as a build video, but I really don't feel like editing a crazy big long build video series, so I figured I would just do these as live streams. They'll be longer, but this way if you are building this on your own, hopefully you'll be able to follow along with my progress and be able to figure it out. One thing that's interesting though, let's see, what are the uprights? The uprights are 560. Is that what these ones were? Yeah. So these are the uprights, and this is the lower frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how are these connecting here? It's really not that easy to see. Okay, they're going up, and those are going down. So, I think we're going to need to use some of these plates. We're going to need 2. Oh, the anodizing on these are nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the lower frame. Open these up. These are pre-oiled. So it's going to get messy, I think. Where we at here? Hey Vince. Francis, so I'm using mostly just the frame from this kit. Plus, well, I guess a lot of electronics I'm using as well. The motors, things like that. It was cheaper to buy. This is the, there are 3 vendors that sell these on AliExpress. This is the Sealand kit. Yeah, Sealand kit. It is the cheaper of all the kits by quite a lot of money. And what I did is I sourced out everything else, like the what did I source? Like the NeoPixels, the siding, filters, all that stuff. I sourced out myself, so that was easy enough. Neb, you should check out the Hypercube. Okay, these are mostly dry. Keep my hands clean, and we're going to need this one right here. Alright, so let's start with, I guess let's just do the front frame. I think that'd be the best thing to do. We'll do the front, then we'll do the back, and we'll connect the two together. So I need one of these ones, and I'll need, wow, this is going to get really hard really quick. Shoot, okay, we're gonna set these down here because I need the space to be able to build, and gonna need those. But all of these go down here. And then these are the long ones. Go over here. I need 2 of these. So the front of the printer is, oh my god, huge. Look at this. Look how big that's gonna be. Oh man. Let's get all of this on the table so you can see it. Like that. So this is how the front frame is gonna be. And let's, what else here? Should have went bigger for your printer. Well, you got to get. Ron says sides first. You think? You got me doubting myself here. So the sides are going like this, like this. Let's see. Another shorter one up top here. So that, and then there's another one that is here-ish, like that. So that is the side of the printer. And if I look here at the other one, give me 1 second here. Let me copy this. Okay. Now you guys can at least see the little picture down there. 36.75 millimeters between the two. And these are 20 mil from the bottom. Aaron, can you... 1 second here. I'm going to mod you, which I don't know why I didn't do yet. Can you post a link in here in a second, if you can find it? Yeah, so you're mod now. Yeah, this is all 2040 extrusion. There's very little 2020 in this build. Very little. There's also an upright 2040 that is 442 millimeters. That's the shorter ones. Is that these ones here? Yes. Where did the end go? That'll do it. That'll do the wagon. And this one is in here, like that. That's easy enough to get the spacing, I guess. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see what you got, Aaron. Oh, why did you... Oh. Okay, I need to just copy that link. No, that didn't do it. Do it right there. There we go. So those are the 560s. Oh, he's got a guide. Oh, I didn't realize. Where's that? I didn't have that guide. Alright, well, let's see.
he does the top profile first on the side. Yeah, I'm looking, Matt. I'm looking at Ben's video now here. So I guess we'll just. I just kind of want to get a view, but that's what one side panel is going to look like. So the way he's doing it is. These top ones going on first. And his videos are very, very rudimentary because they don't show any of the fasteners needed on these. And those are held on by a corner bracket and each side here. Like that. So we need to prep these corner brackets. Lots and lots of T-nuts, lots and lots of bolts. This is the riveting part of a video that wouldn't show all of this. But in the live stream, you guys are going to see all this. Yes, I'm using Streamlabs OBS CNC Evolution. Oh, hey Darren, sorry I didn't see you there. This, so I can more easily screw these on like that. Oh, thanks, Chris. My nerd shirts. I think the wife got this for me somewhere recently. I guess it's been a couple months now since I had it, but no, she embraces my nerd side, as every caring spouse should. I'd say the screws so far feel pretty good. I was a little worried that they would be super cheap. I mean, all in all, with shipping, this kit was $550, I believe, for everything. I mean, the frame alone is $180, something like that. You could do it cheaper if you just buy the extrusion, but I wanted I wanted to go with the kit to see how that would pan out for me. This side of the table here, because that side is different height. Just gently do that. Gently do that. Where is my... I don't know where my other square is, so I'll just use this one for now, just to make sure that we're squared up in there. Easy day. I'd say these like matte brushed aluminum corner brackets look awesome. They look really nice. I have some cheap ones on the FT5 down here. They're real shiny, and I'm not a fan of that. But this kind of brushed aluminum, it's not too bad. I like it. Yep. here. There we go. Get that just right. All right. All right, well that's one side. Does he put any corner brackets inside of there? I don't think so. It's really hard to tell though. I really wish he would show the wish he would show the fasteners used in it. There's no fastener shown at all though. What are you doing, kitty? FT5 is right down here. Alright, let's do the other side half, because that's how Ben's doing his video. So we need the two uprights. Like that. We need one of these. Like this. Need to prep two more plates. Matt, where's the 3D model at? Is that on his BLV website? Because I'm on the website here, but I'm not seeing a 3D model anywhere. Well, that's just a frame assembly. It's probably the same one I was just looking at. Yeah, it's the same one I was just looking at. Oh. 360 frame overview. There's how he does the bottom there. Show me the top, dude. Yeah, he's got 2 corner brackets on the inside there. So I'll need to add those in. A lot of 2020 corner brackets in this thing. Thank you, Matt. Dutch sand, change outer arm. It should be able to move easier, Dutch, whenever you're pushing it backwards. I wonder on this one, I should prep a couple of these. I am a little mad that these are silver corner brackets and not black. Black would look so much better. But I don't have enough black, and I only have 20/28s, and I do not have anywhere near enough. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. Every printer doesn't need to be an art piece. Maybe I should start print though. I have something that's loaded and ready. Because I didn't realize he has a spacing guide. So I might just print that spacing guide while I'm doing this main part, because it shouldn't take that long to print. Or I can just measure it out with calipers. Let's see, what Mega Zero is a little loud, but it's already ready to go, so. Let's see if I can find that file real quick. We will print that out. So where am I at here? Pretty sure I downloaded all the files already. BLV. Yep, there it is. So, files. There's 2 different jigs. Alright, let's open up what I need. Simplify 3D. There's the 2 jigs. Oh, those are not it. It's a lot of files in here. Jig main, there it is. Alright, let's change this to the what is this, the Omega Zero? Nope. Okay. And let's Control L here. Center to range. Okay, we're gonna have to do you at an angle. So let's do that. Center to range. Yeah. And then prepare to print. I think we can make that a little bit faster of a print. Let's do 0.28. 8 millimeters. Speeds, 70 a second. Prepare to print. I don't want to change that up. Hang on. Additions. Let's do this. 5 mil for that. That's a bit better. Let me change some settings in here real quick. I don't know if I have these enabled or not. Yeah, here we go. Single wall, single extrusion fill, prepare to print. That's a bit better. Yeah, let's see how this works. Save that out. Yeah, Chris, I'm already printing with this dude. I am lightning fast. That's okay. This does not need to be a pretty print. I do need a filament though. Use any cubics filament. Loaded in there. All right. These tags on the shirt are killing me here. That's better. Okay, well, Mega Zero is going to go ahead and print out this jig, which should help making some of these sides a little bit easier. There's a lot of printed parts for this printer, so okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I got these ready. I'm going to go ahead and install these ones for one of these first. That'll help square it up a little bit easier. These are not the right. These nuts don't work for these. Do I have to use a washer with them? Maybe? There's a butt ton of washers here, so maybe. I don't know. Matt, what do you think? Do I have to use washers on these corner ones? See, this will tighten down now with a washer on it. Yep, that does it. I need to add washers to all these corner brackets. Awesome. Yeah, Chris, go ahead. Ask whatever you want, man. 46 minutes in the stream already. Good God. Thank you, Eduardo. Appreciate that. I use 2 on most of him. One seems to do it, I think. It's not bottoming out when I tighten it down. Yeah, one just does it, man. One just does it. So, Chris is asking, I would not go with a Predator. So many people have talked down about it. I've never used one, so I can't say for my own personal use, but I have not seen very good things from the Predator. These ones are... There aren't very many. I mean, there are some 8mm screws in here, but one wash should be alright. I'll make it work with these. So what's the... Yeah, Chris, I hate buying a printer or even receiving a printer that you have to do work just to get it to run. So one thing that I 100% agree with Tom is Tom does not mod printers. And if it doesn't work out of the box, he pretty much just calls it a day, which he's not wrong. No one should be expected to buy a printer and then have to modify it as soon as they receive it, because you're buying a faulty product. It's like buying a new car and like, oh, the engine's crap, so you have to replace it as soon as you buy the car, but you know, hey, it's a good frame. No. You shouldn't even have sold it to begin with at that point. And I agree with Tom with that. I did not see Joel's video on the Mega X yet. I've been trying to spend less time watching YouTube videos and more time making stuff. Not necessarily always working, but I'm trying. Okay. Neb, most people's problems with printers these days are not because they're built incorrectly, it's because they're crap printers. that is so much easier just to do it that way. I should have did this for the other one. So, all right, Aaron, I'll catch in a bit. So, Chris, I have the K280, which is a gargantuan Delta 3D printer, but it's using 2020 extrusion. It twists like crazy at the higher ones. Now, the Predator is using 2040 extrusion, which is good. But again, the quality of the printer is another factor, and I've not heard good things about the Predator's quality. Some people have great experiences with it. Like every printer, there's going to be people who are like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing that's ever been created. And there's people who are going to be naysayers. There's a lot of people that say that the Sidewinder X1 is the greatest 3D printer ever made. I disagree. It is a very good printer. It is not the best, though. Justin 3D, I don't know. I've only seen, one video on it from Jesse, but it was a little long-winded. And I know I'm very long-winded in my videos, but I just could not watch Jesse's full video. I wasn't in the mindset. I think another day, when I have a little more time on my hands, I'm going to watch Uncle Jesse's full video on the Saturn. I mean, it's another resin printer, to be honest. I really want to get my hands on the Anycubic Photon Zero, $170. And if it rivals the Orange 10, which I have, the Orange 10 is very, very cheap printer, but the quality is pretty muh. But if the Anycubic Photon Zero, so I got to get all their naming conventions right here, if that does well for $170, that is fantastic for a beginner resin printer. Neb, you're not wrong, but to be honest, people who put AC heated beds on their printers are just impatient. They need to learn how to be more patient. I mean, unless you're printing for a business and the time that it takes for your bed to heat up means you are losing money, I really don't see the issue with a 12-volt slow heating bed. Yeah, it's slow. Throw a piece of insulation under it. I mean, big deal. That was way easier to build, this part here. So I'm going to go back and put the corner brackets in this side of the frame. I need to build all the corner brackets now. There's a lot of corner brackets in this build. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot. It's like almost a disproportional amount of corner brackets. I've never used this many corner brackets on a build before. I thought the Hypercube had a lot. The Hypercube used, how many did that one use? Like 12 or something like that? I think I used on the Hypercube, 14 maybe? I thought that was a lot. I mean, Megatron's using 6 metal ones. A couple 3D printed ones. I have seen cool things about that station, the wash and cure station. I have not got my hands on it yet. I did debate on buying it with Patreon money, but I went ahead and decided to build the Bear and this printer. So while I'm doing this very tedious part, a little bit of background. So this printer is 100% funded by my patrons. This is kind of future funded though, because I didn't make all the money for this yet. Total build about $850, and I have about half of that covered so far from patrons. And then it'll take another about 4 months for the Patreon donations to catch up. But I am very, very happy that I do have so many people that are willing to give me money in order to pursue crazy projects like this. I mean, there's no way, any other way I would be buying this kit if it wasn't for patrons. So if you guys want to check out my Patreon, there's a link down in the video description if you want to help out on future projects. But I'm doing a lot more custom builds now, or like basically not getting a 3D printer in the mail. I'm just building 3D printers now, and I'm really enjoying it. And again, it's definitely something that patrons make happen. Patrons, I should say, make happen. And I'll also go ahead and plug the Discord. So down below there's a link to the Discord. If you guys want to come and hang out with us, talk about 3D printers and random things. I'm also running the 3D printer design challenge, which also has its own channel on the Discord. So if you're interested in designing a 3D printer, or you want to participate in a challenge, you're good at designing a printer, or if you want to challenge your own design skills and learn how to design a 3D printer, you should go ahead and check that out. Justin 3D, dude, $1 helps. Honestly, brother, $1 helps. You wouldn't think it does, but it 100% does. Because whenever I'm not using the Patreon membership to buy 3D printers, I'm using it to buy parts. You know, I need a new hot end, I need a new power supply, I want to do some other crazy build, I need this one part for. Having that a couple extra bucks in Patreon really helps me able to, be able to not have to wait around for another paycheck in order to buy the parts that I need. I actually have not a huge, but I got a good mail load today. There's an SKR13, 2209s. There's parts for the BLV in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there. So I'm super stoked that people help out with that. And Brandon just posted another Discord link. So thank you. Brandon's competing with me. See how many people he can get on his Discord link versus mine. Alright, so those 2 more. So now it wants me to go ahead and connect the back part of the frame together. So if we do this here, which I hope it stays. We do this one here. That. You guys can see all that for the most part. So we gotta turn this way a little bit. Yeah, like that. Sorry. Which the orientation? Those are going the opposite orientation. So these are the 4096, right? Yep, 4096. And these are going this way. But how are those connected on the back? We gotta look at this other thing here. Okay, that's how the center bars are connected. Show me the back. That's the bottom. Go to the top. There it is. So it's just joining plates. So I just need to do a couple joining plates here. What's my shameless plug, Chris? Hey, you got to do what you can, man. I don't push a lot of things. I don't push affiliate links. I post them, but I don't go all out. That's why GearBest and Banggood don't really want to work with me anymore. I don't push their product. I don't push their affiliate links well enough for them. But also, they never send me stuff early, so I'm always last to the gun when it comes to posting builds and things like that. I mean, everybody already bought their printer from like Joel and Angus and Tom. No one's waiting around for my video just so they can use my link to buy something. Oh, Chris, no. Brandon doesn't have a Discord. Brandon and Aaron are both mods on the Discord, and they're also mods here on YouTube. They just kind of help me out with things, so their help is always appreciated. How do I find out how long I've been a patron? Justin 3D, I can look real quick, honestly, bud. Give me 1 second here, because I can pull up the table. I think I can. Let's see. Patreon. Log in. Do you go by the same name, I think? Let's see here. Patrons. Relationship manager. Yeah, here we go. Justin, does your last name start with an F? Okay, yeah. So you have been a patron for 28 months, and you're on the $2 sticker squad. So it's been $48, and you've been a patron since January of 2018. Hello, someone from Brazil. I don't speak Portuguese, sorry. It's doing both backs together. So, and those bottom back brackets are 20 mil up. So I'm gonna do I'll do that bottom one first here, because it is just a 20/20 corner bracket to make that spacing, because these are 20 millimeters, right? They should be. Yeah, so it's just this height, and that's going to be giving me my spacing on the bottom. I do apologize if the printer is annoying. The Mega Zero is not quiet, but it is amazing quality printer. Oh, so Chris, I tried one of those, but the problem is it leaked on me. So the PLA is not watertight, and I didn't know. I printed it in this push plastic PLA, and I want to reprint it, but I need to reprint it much hotter in order to get those layers to really bond together. And then I think I might coat the inside with like a triple thick lacquer. Oh, thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it, man. Justin 3D, I ordered this one pre-cut. I could have ordered all the extrusion, but I really didn't want to go through and order. This was all actually ordered with Ben's affiliate link for AliExpress. So I wanted to really give back to him. There's no real other way to give back to him. He might have a Patreon now, I think. But either way, I wanted to give back to him since he's the one that created this this build. So I used his AliExpress affiliate link to purchase this kit. Is there a corner bracket on top as well? Go back. Yeah, there's one on top as well. Yeah, wood glue. But I thought the triple lacquer I had was non-toxic. I'll have to look what it is. But either way, yes, there are other steps you need to take with that planter. It is very cool, though. That part, and then I need 2 more corner brackets. I need to get a few more. I need to get 2 more of these flat side bars ready to go. Keep forgetting to put on washers. So far this is fun. Man, this is a big printer. I have no idea where to put this. I have no idea where to put this thing. I definitely need to make room somewhere. It just might end up being time to retire another one of the old printers. I still have my original CR10S. The CR10 is gone. I still have my original CR10S. So maybe it's time to put that one out to pasture. Oops. Come on. Like that. Alright. And now we gotta put a plate on the back there. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. But I want to... the top one, does it just have a thing on the bottom? No, the top bar has nothing. So that's going to be a little more difficult. Let's turn this up here. And we can add on these plates. Okay, they're both on that one there. So I go down the bottom one. this one is going to go right there. That we need to prepare 2 more corner brackets. Night, Neb. I originally thought this was going to take me about 3 hours to build the frame. We're an hour and 13 in, so I think I might be able to do it in just over 2 hours. Because honestly, the hard part I think is done. The hard part is getting the main parts of the body together at least. Once you get past that, adding pieces onto the frame is never too bad. One. T-nuts out. Alright, we've got our 2 corner brackets for this top part assembled. Fantastic. Let's just verify. It's on the top beam going over. So, oh, it's going that way, isn't it? What way is that going? Yeah, for that back beam, it is going up and down like this. So this is going like this. Key here is to get this level in there. Pressed in there. Tighten this down. Make sure we're square. That is square. A little extra oomph on each one of those. Something over here now. So we're going on this inside. Bracket lined up first. Square. We're gonna need some more bolts here. These bolts came oiled in the bag so they would last. So Oh, Justin, it's horrible here. It's horrible. I've been meaning to do another after show. I should do one soon, kind of giving patrons a little idea how things are panning out in life for me right now. So maybe I'll do that another evening. Okay, so go back to this video. I can close this now. After that, he's doing the two bottom profiles right here. So I'm going to turn this up like this. And those are 4096s, so I need to open another pack of those. Which it should be these ones right here. 4096. Yeah, when I was looking at the price of just the frame kit, it's really not that much more expensive to buy it pre-cut than it is to cut your own frame. It's a lot of 2040, and the cheapest you can get 2040, at least as far as that I've found, is Ziltech. With my discount, it ends up being, you end up getting basically free shipping right now. They used to do free shipping, they don't anymore right now. But basically the shipping on it will be covered. So you get it for $12 a meter for 2040 V-slot black extrusion. This should go in like this. How they're doing that? Yeah, and then let's see what the brackets look like on the bottom. Okay, yeah, so those are flat, and they're using 20 mil. So I need to do 2, 4. I need 5 corner brackets per side. So I need to do 10 for this one side here. That's going to be super boring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the building begin. There's a lot of corner brackets in this build. I mean, a lot. I want to say there's like 100 of them in here or something like that. I mean, it's definitely built like a brick house. There's no questions there about it. But I almost wonder, is it necessary to do this? Just 3. It probably could, to be honest. I don't know actually what he based his design off of, to be honest. I think it was just his own brainchild, maybe. I'm not sure. But I've never really been drawn to a custom build. I mean, I have a few. I mean, the Hypercube, yes, absolutely drawn to that. I was like, man, that's a Core XY. It looks like a cool, simple machine. Let's build it. So I built that. And then the Prusa Mark 3S. Bought one. I was like, man, that's a cool build. Bet you I could build it myself for cheaper. Did that. And then when I saw this, I was just drawn to it. I mean, seeing the prints that some people were getting with it, and just the quality of the build, how it looked, integrating the NeoPixels, and there's so many different mods from there's 240 remixes for this project already. This project's been around for a little while now, but 240 remixed parts for people doing different screens, different control boards. I mean, the premium version's using a Duo or a Duet Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's using a Duet, which is cool, but I am still very against spending more on a board than what I bought in 3D printers for. So I am not using Duet. I'm using the SKR 1.3 for now. I might exchange that for the SKR 1.4 eventually, but for right now, the kit comes with an SKR 1.3, which is what I wanted to use, and that's what we're going to use on it. don't think I'm doing sensorless homing with this because it does come with those switches, but it is always an option with 2209s to just throw the jumper on and boom, you have sensorless homing. But something to consider. But yeah, this build just really looked superb. I mean, it looked clean. It looked well thought out. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to build that. I think it would be a fun build. And not many people are talking about it or building them. So I figured it was a chance to have a little bit of unique content to something that not many people have covered yet. And I'm hoping that my doing this build series, again, doing it live also really helps a lot of people because you can literally build alongside me. I'm not doing this crazy fast. You don't have to pause a video. You can literally just listen to me gab and talk about the next part that I'm going to build, and you can build it yourself alongside with me. Which I think is kind of cool. I like that whenever I look at tutorials. That's how I learned a lot of the Fusion 360 stuff that I do now. I learned Onshape whenever that was kind of a big thing a few years ago when Angus was using it. I watched his video and literally did it side by side with what his video was, and I recreated an object like his. I think there's a place for videos like that or streams like this, maybe. Just maybe. But hey, maybe this will flop because it's going to be a 4-hour video that no one's going to want to watch. Will Zoltech ever go back to free shipping over a certain amount? Yes, I fully expect Zoltech to go back over that. Their problem right now is supply and demand. Supply is low, demand is through the roof. And shipping is also high in demand in the US, which is why the shipping companies are charging more money, which is why Zoltech cannot do the free shipping. I expect by next year, once the pandemic kind of calms down in the US, for Zoltech to go back to free shipping. Yeah, I was just saying, Justin, this is the SKR 1.3 with 2209s is what I'm putting on this. And this is also a printer that you can way overkill build, like the Railcore, or you can kind of take a cheaper route, which is what I'm doing here. I'm taking a cheaper route. But you absolutely can go total, to 11 with this build and take it to the extreme that you want to. If you've got the money to spend on it. So like a fully kitted extreme build of the BLV MGN Cube, I think it's around $1,200 for like full tilt everything. My graduated square went. There we go. Okay, there's that part. So let's take this and roll it. Do the front part. Oh, good, Matt. I really hope it does. I asked questions in there too, because I saw that RGB LCD recently today, or last night. Brandon posted it. I was like, what? I need all the RGB. I'm going to be the Linus of 3D printing with RGB 3D printers. I guess to beat Linus, I need to get Madrinus and Manscaped to sponsor me now. It's okay, Justin. Upright, so look how big is it. This is going to be the front end of the printer. Look how massive that is. This interior dimensions is 500 by 50 by 51 centimeters. Huge. Y-U-G. Huge. I'm really liking these screws. They are good quality, honestly. A lot of times you get panhead screws from a China reseller and they're just garbage. A lot of the time. Okay, so I think these also need 90 outer panels on them. Yeah. So before I go do the other side, I'm going to finish this side off with the 90 outside corner brackets here. All right. Prep a couple of these now. There's no way this thing is going to be so freaking strong. It's going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. No 3D printed brackets holding this sucker together. We got 33 people here. Very nice. I do enjoy the live streaming, and I enjoy the fact that I can actually talk to people. I was watching one of Tom's live streams recently, and the chat is just going a million miles an hour because he's got like 400 people at least that join in on his live streams. I mean, it's super cool for him, but man, it's a lot of people in there. Only way to get his attention is a super chat with a question. That's better. A whole kit. Jeff, if you want to purchase a kit, I put some links down in the video description. If you want any of the BLV parts on AliExpress, and then I have a specific link just to this kit that I bought from Sealand. Almost there, man. Almost there. I know, I'm sorry, the printer you hear in the background. I just know that I'm going to get a good print off of it, so that's why I printed with it. Some of these T-nuts are a little bit off canter. And I see that Gunner left. He probably can't deal with hearing the 3D printed background. The man can't even listen to a fan in the background. Drama queen. I wish that the RTX audio would work. RTX voice would work properly, but it just doesn't. Because it's nice to have that to drone out things like a 3D printer. And Chris, it's going at 70 millimeters a second, so it's going pretty quick. All right, and that is the right side done. Now we're going to do the left side, but I'm going to start it off on the table like this is easier. So I need to make another bunch of these corner brackets together. I need 9 for now. There's one already ready, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These corner brackets would be really nice to have a second person here to help out. Wake up the wife. Hey, honey, come help me out here. She helped me one time. I dropped one of my screw organizers that had everything was labeled and everything was sorted, and I dropped it. Man, I almost cried. I was so mad at myself. And she spent 3 hours with me sorting through all those bolts, get all the right sizes together, measuring every one, putting them in the right bins. That was a brutal evening. Jeff, I was using that, but everyone was saying that the audio went to crap when I was using it. There also is a delay on it, so I'm thinking that there is a setting that I'm not doing right on the Sony a6000. So I need to figure out what the problem is. I really don't know. I'm going to do some research online on best ways to set it up in Streamlabs. And then maybe I'll do like a private stream, just see if I can get it going. Alright, Gunner. You did hear me. Oh, I might need to turn the fan on here a little bit because it's starting to get a little toasty. A whopping 74 in my office. will say this is definitely not a kit for a beginner, because there's a whole lot more bolts and stuff in there, and I have no idea what any of it goes to. I mean, this was the easy thing to figure out. Lots of T-nuts, lots of M5 bolts, and lots of corner brackets. Okay, that's for the frame. Once we get from there, it gets a little more interesting to figure out what parts go to what. And I have not started printing anything for this printer yet. I did just get my PETG, so I bought 2 rolls of Amazon Basics yellow PETG, and that's what I'm going to be using for this build. I was thinking about silver, and now I'm kind of wishing that I did because of the silver corner brackets. But yellow is what I bought. Yellow is what I'm going to use. I wanted to do like all black with like a purple, but the purple that I wanted from 3D Printing Canada, or no, Filament, yeah, 3D Printing Canada was sold out. They've sold out of most everything, like everybody else in PETG. There's not much left over for actual projects. Everyone's still printing PPE. Which I did that here for a little while until local supply caught up, and now supply caught up, so they don't need 3D printers anymore to create PPE. So this is just, Jeff, this is just a C920. It does focus, I mean, it's focusing out here, but like when I go in close, sometimes it wants to like not focus properly. And I wanted the ability to zoom in on something that I'm doing when I'm live streaming. But I gotta get a fan on, sorry. Sorry, not sorry, Gunner. I am starting to really sweat here. Okay, so we got all the corner brackets prepared for the other side here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this bottom part, which I can just attach all these corner brackets first. This side. Look, that moved. Okay. So now we can slide this on down here. Yes. Square it this way. Yep. Square down here too, right? Yep. Yep. Easy day. Okay, so now we have an inside bracket here to do. Okay, and now we've got the top side to do. These going here. Right. These two here. One and two. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to do the outside brackets on the left side here. I need to create two more of these. Hey Devin, Push Plastics has a large selection of PETG. That is good to know. What's the price on their PETG? Just curious. Chris, yes, I saw that and I tried so hard not to buy the exact same color green because it is just so freaking fantastic looking. I did not want to copy his build, but it looks super duper awesome. I 100% agree with that. I love the color he picked for his printer. I was thinking about getting the, if I did go with the green, I was going to get the Alien Stacker green PETG. We're getting there. We're on the top layers now of that print, which will be just in time because I'm going to need that here soon once I get the core frame assembled to do all the inside bits and pieces. $32.99 a kilo. We'll see how the yellow looks. If I'm not happy with the yellow, then I'll order a green. I'm loving the Megatron green. Ooh, man, that bright green on Megatron looks good. That's not too bad for PTG. $33 kilo. Little, I mean, PTG, good price for me is $30. That's like a good price for it. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity. Man, this is looking pretty slick so far. Everything's feeling nice and flush, and we're doing everything square so far. Alright, so let's see what's the next part that he builds. There's a two-side, and then it does the front 4096. These right upright like that. Right there, right there. Now, how does the front connect onto it? Show me the front. That's the top. Give me the front. Alright, so it's got 190 in the top. So I need 4 corner brackets. And I'm going to need these last 2 90 joining plates. That's not too bad. And that will give us a complete box because the top does not have a piece of extrusion in it. It's left open so that you can actually get inside the printer easily because of its enormous build volume. So 300 by 300 by 4 something, I think. It's a very large build volume for Core XY. I mean, I know there's bigger out there. And you can go bigger. But the one shop on Ally, it's the more expensive one. It's one by Blue Rose, I believe. Their kit, you can pick your Z height. And it's only like a $10 or $15 difference between the 3 Z heights. So honestly, why you wouldn't go with the max height, I don't know why. But yeah, if you're going to buy that, just go with the max Z height you can get. Because the nice thing about these is Z-wobble is really not a thing if they're built properly. Unlike an i3, you can get some crazy Z-wobble out of them. Or with them, I should say. Yeah, I went through, what was it, like 30 spools of filament. Printing masks out. Not all of them were full. I'll say that right now. Not all of them were full, but for the most part they were. Oh, I need 2 more. I need 6. I forgot. There's 2 corner brackets on the bottom. Yeah, there's 2 more on the bottom. So I'm gonna prep those now. So those will be the first ones that I install. One. Got another shop towel here soon. I go through like, I mean, I do a lot of prototyping. Also, my wife needs things made, or I need to fix things around the house. So I go through a lot of filament that way as well, prototyping stuff. And now with having the palette, I also am able to join all my partial spools together, which is really nice because not every printer has a filament runout sensor, nor are they always truly reliable. I'm going to go ahead and put both sides of this on now since I can square them up easily this way. Let's add these on now. Hey Ron, what's up, dude? Fernando, hello from Brazil. Slide this on like that. It's not too shabby. Key parts, just line it up on the bottom. That side. This side. This way. I just got to put one corner bracket at the bottom of these. All right. Now we just need to do these last two 90 joining plates. I'm going to get a new, so this is all the oil coming off of those bolts. I'm just taking a blue shop towel and rubbing them in it to get most of the oil off of them. I like filament sensors, especially when they're implemented right. I like being able to put a short spool on a printer and just know that when I come back to it, it's going to be waiting for me to install more filament. Again, there's some people that are very against them, some people that are very for them. I think in any printer over like $250 should come with one. I mean, honestly, almost any printer should come with them now, especially with 32-bit, Marlin 2.0. It's easy to implement. They are dirt cheap. I mean, they are literally less than $1 to add onto a printer. The fact that still some printers don't come with them, I find kind of astonishing. Andre, what's up? Andre, it is 300 on the X, 300 on the Y, and something on the Z. I don't remember this one. It might be 300 as well. I really don't remember. I'm sorry. I think it's just shy of 400. It might be 396 on the Z. Because there's a bunch of different kits you can get on AliExpress for like the core makeup of this, and you can get them in different heights. I will pull up the Sealands one once I finish this bracket and I get this outer frame finished. I'll pull it up on Sealands and take a look at it real quick. Well, Gunnar, I don't know why you're not going to have one, because they are the easiest thing to implement. Although, if you know Marlin 2.0, I did spend, 3 or 4 hours on Megatron yesterday trying to get his working because it was not cooperating with me. Alright, so let's look back here at the front. Okay, it's going the entire bit of it like that. I'll also, some of these videos I'm looking at right now, I didn't link in the video description, so I'll be sure to go ahead and link those down below towards the end of the stream. I'll make sure all that stuff gets added down there. So if anybody's looking for resources after watching my video, watching this stream, they can look down below and see the things that I use. 365 and height. Thank you, Matt. So the core build of the BLV is 365, but again, there are sellers on AliExpress that do have it for, you can get a higher Z height, up to nearly 500 or 600, I think it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the outer frame of the MGN, the BLV MGN Cube. The outer frame. We still got a few more pieces to put inside, but this is awesome. So, Andre, this is mostly a kit, also partly a la carte. The thing with the kit that I bought. Let me look here. Let's do this. Let me change this out. Copy, paste that down here. Change this to here. There. Let me do it. Nope. Nope. That's not gonna let me do it. Anyways, let me look it up here. So let's go to AliExpress and pull this up. So the BLV MGN Cube. Alright, so yeah, here is the Blue Rose one. Yeah, this is Blue Rose. Yeah, you can go up to 665. 365 is the normal one. Yeah, I honestly, what is it? It's $70 difference. $30 for 465, $70 more for 60. I would just do that. But this is the one that I got here. No, it's the Blue Rose version one. Where's the... Oh, someone else. Gradual Tech. They have one now. Oh, their shipping's $400. Companies do that. But you can just get the frame. Like I said, frame is right around $100. This one is really cheap because it's $87 shipping. Let's see. Where's the one that I got? I'll find it here in a second. I have heard of the Volron, and I would love to build one, to be honest. That would be another cube printer I would build. I like the Volron because it has the Z doesn't move. Your X and Y move up. Your Z plate is bolted basically to the bottom. So I really do. I think that is a very cool design. I like that a lot. Yeah, so here's a kit for what's that? $200. Yeah, so it's like $150, $200 with shipping to get a full kit for this. You probably could cut your own for 120, 140 maybe. Let's see here. Fusser has one. I'm not gonna find it. Okay, let me go to my orders. Where are we at here? Not here. Right there. Search BLV. Do 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 do. Search. Come on. There it is. Yeah, so it's $498, $130 for shipping. I honestly forgot what I came in here to look for. But yeah, it gives you all the parts here. It's 120/20 aluminum brackets. That's funny. Yeah, it's SKR 1.3, 2209s. I came here to look for something else, but yeah. So this is the core build. It's pretty much the cheapest you can get it here for, you know, about $600, and then you have to add in a lot of things. Like he's using Duet again, so you have to kind of do a little bit of modifications to it. But yeah, I think a Vollmer would be very cool as well. Fernando, they're anodized. The ones that you see online, they're going to be anodized different colors. Chris, this is one that Ben did. Ben went through 2 different ones, so Blue Rose and Sealand. So this says Blue Rose 3D printer, but it's sold by Sealand. This is the cheaper one, and then Blue Rose, the actual Blue Rose store, sells the more expensive one that has everything in it. This one doesn't have the LED lighting in it. It doesn't have the cabling's a little bit different in this one. It doesn't have obviously any of the printed parts. The sound proofing in the sides and the side panels don't come in this one. The more expensive one I think does have it. It also does have a what's it called? I think it does have a Duet in the expensive one. I think it does. What's this one have? So this is with so this one, the expensive one, is with a legitimate Duet Wi-Fi board. I think it does come with a genuine arm runs. Comes with a Meanwell. It comes with a legitimate BMG. This says it comes with original high winds, or the one that I got. It says high winds, but again, I've heard people say that it isn't. It's hard to tell though. But yeah, the BMG is not the same. I know that. And it's just generic power supply. Again, so there are trade-offs for the price. So you kind of do what you feel is right. Okay, what is... Let's pause that video. Let's go back to this one here. And next he adds in the... So the 565 2020... I believe is this one right here. Well, my sizing guide is almost done, so that's going to work out really well. Probably got maybe 5 or 10 minutes left on that. I mean, I will say the kit is packaged well. There's only a few little nicks on the extrusion, which I chalk up to it moving several thousand miles. And again, I mean, but their packaging is good. I mean, I cannot fault them for their packaging. The box came, you know, taped on the outside. You guys saw it was a big old heavy duty box there. Let's make sure this is the right one I need. No, this is only 400. Where's that big one at? Oh, it's probably one of these. These ones are longer. Well, I mean, so Gunner, there's a lot of back and forth with SKR stuff. I had one board I fried. The Mini was not my fault. It was a bum board. But so far, the one that I installed in Megatron is working out just fine. 575? Is that what it's supposed to be? Yeah, 576. That's this one. Okay. And then how is that secured? It was secured with a bunch of brackets on the bottom. So we're looking at it, the printer. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Here we are. Okay. So this piece is going to go right there. And I need 2, 4, 6, 8 corner brackets for it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will prep these while we wait for the measurement print to finish. which it just finished. So it'll be quieter now. Again, I'm sorry for the last hour and a half that you had to listen to that. We're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. Okay, so we got the core frame done in about an hour and a half. There was a little bit of messing around at the beginning of the stream. But an hour and a half to build the core frame, outer frame of this printer. So give you at least a time of it. I think it's all in one, Gunner. Now that you say that. Andre, my wife is buying me a fire pit that she wants for Father's Day, so I don't see why you can't. Now, granted, I would like a fire pit. Yeah. Maybe she'd like that. I got my wife to let me buy my first 3D printer so I could fix a toy house that we have for the kids, a playhouse. Because a piece broke, couldn't buy it anymore. They go for like this grandma's kitchen house thing we have is like a collector's item now, and it goes for hundreds of dollars online. And she let me buy it so that I could print out that part, and that's what started this adventure of mine here. But Gunnar, I think is it the rail alignment is all the same part, right? So here's the alignment part printed. A little bit of protopasta left in the tube there. But this is the alignment part that you need in order to put all this together. And it shows you here in the guide on how to actually hook it on. And it's a nice snug fit. So definitely can get this where it needs to go. Well, Gunnar, I will have to look that up. You'll need to remind me on Discord. I'm not going to do the rails tonight. We're just doing the frame because we're going to be doing this for probably at least another hour and a half to finish the frame here. This part isn't hard. It's just got to get everything aligned properly, which is going to be tough because now all these brackets are in the way. So I don't know if I'm going to have to take those brackets off in order to realign these because his assembly guide video doesn't take into the fact that you've put all these corner brackets on the printer and now they're all in the way. So I'm not really understanding that, to be honest. Well, there are a lot of parts for this printer too, so I need to really sit down one evening and just kind of go through and do it. You left the Discord? Why? This is T-slot extrusion. I'm sorry, I said V-slot earlier. This is T-slot extrusion. That there. Yeah, you need to print an alignment tool. Correct, Andre. I mean, you can measure it if you want to. It tells you all the measurements. Where's it at? I just had it up. There is a technical drawing that does show you all the measurements. So if you're good with a pair of calipers or something like that, then you can get it. I'm not finding it right now. But yeah. Gunner, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Alright, so where are we at now? It goes like this. Inside there. Yeah, it's kind of crummy because I can't get this on there properly. So what to do there. I don't want to eyeball it either. I have to take off these side panels and the one corner bracket. It'll still stay square with the other corner bracket being there, and all the other corner brackets. There's a lot of them holding this thing on. I mean, Gunnar, you can also ignore the noob questions, man, 'cause not everybody is designing printers like you and doing stuff. Are there different corner brackets that don't have the tabs on them? Because that is one issue I'm seeing here, is these have the tabs on them. Shoot. So you're not going to get a flush. You're not going to get a flush seat with them. Yeah, so I'm going to file down a bunch of them. So these 2020 brackets have the little alignment nubbins in them. And when you're going the opposite way against 2020 extrusion, those nubbins get in the way. So, Justin, I can't. It's 12:30 at night. There's no grinder to get out right now. It's just some quick hand filing. Yeah, just like that. And now when I lock this in, it will be this side. file down another one of these. Having a little belt sander would be really nice right now, because then you could just kind of nick this off real quick. All right, let's get the alignment guide. Get this, slide it on there like that. All right, there's that. Now I need to do that 6 more times for the rest of these brackets, but I can also put these other brackets back on. This one back here is definitely crooked. That's better. Okay, so we'll do a little bit more filing now. Sorry, it's going to be riveting YouTube, but oh man, this is going to take a hot minute. What's the next step? Let's see here. What's the next one he installs? So does that bottom one. And does it again on the front. And what's the front held on by? I need to do that to a lot of these. A lot of filing. Whoops, no, go back. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that bottom front's held on by a lot of them. I need another 8 for that one and 8 for the other one. Man. I'm treading with the nubbin filers. Oh man, this is yeah. There's a lot more of these I need to do. So I need to do all of these. But I guess let me go put this other corner here back together. Definitely a belt sander would be so nice. You just take a belt sander, 20 of these two, and be done. Oh man. I think a grinder would be so aggressive on these too. It would not be very good. Very nice. These back ones I'll have to use an Allen wrench for. Whew, man. My hands are getting tired. Oh man. Oh. Alright, somebody asked a question while I file all this stuff down. Oh, that would be kind of cool, Andre. Because this aluminum is, I mean, it's pretty soft. You got to figure it takes about 30 seconds to file down one nubbin. So you're probably looking at 10 minutes of filing, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. So in a 3-hour build, 10 minutes is really not that much. All right, 2 more for this beam. Christian, I have a Dremel. It is now almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I am not going to turn on a Dremel at 1 o'clock in the morning with 5 kids sleeping upstairs. Last one for this. I actually have 2 Dremels, but again, they're loud as hell. Yeah, but again, a little belt sander would be kind of cool. Maybe once I finish paying this printer off, then I can buy one of those. Alright, let's see if I can get these installed now. else, I think, for these. I can't reach those. Nope. So, oh, where's mine? There they are. What size do I need for these? This is 3. 2 mil. And the angle on these is rough. Definitely gotta use an Allen wrench to tighten them. Almost got it. All right. There's that back beam installed. So for these next two, I'm just going to install the ones that I don't need to file, and I'll just do the other ones later. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you hanging out, man. All right, thanks, Gunner. Do I think it'd be a good idea to put Loctite on the screws? Maybe, but that's a whole lot of work. I mean, honestly, printers don't really come apart. If you lock them down, I mean, they don't shake that badly. If they shake that badly, you've got a bad bearing. You've got parts that are misaligned. But, I mean, on the FT5, I tighten that once every, like, I don't know, year and a half, maybe 2 years to tighten that up. Still fine. I mean, this thing is crazy solid. Also, you put Loctite on it, good luck getting it back off. Alright, so now we're going to do the front beam. One of these long, and this one's going to go right here on the front. So I need to put the alignment guide like this. So it goes on the back side here. So it goes this one. Like that. So I'm going to prep two 2020s that go on the front. And that'll be enough just to hold it in place, and I can file these later. So basically, if you're doing this like I am from scratch, you're going to need to spend 10 to 20 minutes on filing down the nubs off of these 2020 brackets. That's definitely a good thing to note. Bolt on this one. Oops, I don't need that. I need a T-nut, another washer. Okay. So again, this goes on the front like so. These need to be filed down too. Alright, I'll file the two of these real quick because no matter what, they need filed because it's going the opposite direction. cat or is that one of the kids? Might have been the cat. One and one more. Yay, another person recommending a Dremel. You guys are so smart that it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I should whip out my Dremel. Sorry, I'm just getting a little salty that people are saying, use a goddamn Dremel. You think I wouldn't if I had one readily available and I could? Good enough. Alright, so let's realign this again. This. Thank you, Jeff, for the Dremel fund. I won't use it for a Dremel. I will use it for a little belt sander. I have a Dremel. I might have to pull it out just to prove to you guys I have a goddamn Dremel. Still aligned over here. Not. And there's that. So I need to do another 8 I'll need to sand down another 8 of these brackets for here. So I need 4 for this side, 4 for that side, right? Excuse me. Yep. We have 2 on top, 2 on the bottom of it. And what's the next part he's saying here? I need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. All right. The next part is saying here after doing that front part. The two 2040 profiles that go up here. Turn this sideways. Someone just buy me a coffee. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's going to go in here. Do they show using a jig for that? Yeah. So it's going this way. It goes right there. So for this, we need how many brackets? Just need 4. 2 on underside of each. So let's get 4 corner brackets ready. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's nice to have when you're using it within the channel of 2020, but when you're doing it offset like this, now granted, out of 100 of these corner brackets you need to install, you need, I guess, a fair bit. 4, 8, 16. And then there's going to be another, yeah, so you need 24 of, so 1/4 of them need to not have the nubbin on it. And I didn't see a separate bag with different ones, so again, it's something that they definitely could install in the kit, or put in the kit separately, is putting, 25, throw an extra one in there to have. That's off by a smidge. I'll have to straighten that one out later. Yeah, they do count up quickly. You're right, Gunner. They do. Once I finally count, I'm like, yeah. Dr. Jekyll, I cannot give you a yes or no to buy this yet. So far, the kit, honestly, the extrusions seem to be cut well. They're straight. They're to the proper size. Having these nubbins on here, again, it's just a feature of these type of T-nuts. Longer ones. So do each side first. So actually, I will go ahead and I guess install these now. No, it's going to be too hard to do. I can install half of them first, and the other half after that. I would hope that the expensive kit, if you were to buy the expensive kit, I would really hope that they have the proper corner brackets in there. I really would hope that. that's not going to work with those pre-installed like that. That's a shame. It's just too tight. So I'm going to put this back on here. This, I mean, just fits in here because it's the exact same width as those. I'm scratching it up. Damn it. I might need to loosen it up to get these to fit in. Is the other one that tight? Should be. I mean, they're the exact same length as the top ones. There it goes. I scratched it. Like that. As far as I can, I'll have to put this on the inside. Get closer to the corner here. Like that. Now we can put these on. Tighten them in. Oh, night, Chris. Sorry, I just saw you leaving, man. The jig is from the build guide, or from the 3D, the STLs on Thingiverse. It's tight. I mean, it's real tight. Fits on there properly. All right. Alright, here's that brace done. It's nice and flush where it should be. It's good to know. See you, Ron. So Dr. Jekyll, my situation is a little different of getting things, but it takes about I want to say 4 to 5 weeks to get this to the U.S. No, I mean it took them the full 8 days to actually ship it, and then once they did ship it, it showed up about 4 weeks later, something like that. So not terrible, but I mean not great. But I think that's also rate now. It's a rate now issue. It would have been faster pre-pandemic. Still goofy. Alright, 4 more of these. 1. So the high-end kit for the BLV MGN Cube does come with a duet Wi-Fi, but it's also $300 or $400 more than what I spent on mine. $400 more. But again, that's what you pay for, you know, original manufacturer parts. And this has clone parts with a SKR in it. Not a duet, not an original E3D, not an original Bondtech. Supposedly original Highwind, but I might need to figure out how to loosen those up if they're not right. So Dr. Jekyll, I ordered this in March. It takes me about 2.5 months to get stuff from China. Again, that's just given my situation here. There we go. It's clicked on. Okay. All the way in. As far close to here as I can. All right. We can start the first one. This off. Down here. And on there. All the way. Still good down there. All right. Whew. There's that other one up. What's next? Where's that video at? All right. So once those are done, now there's another 20. This other long 2020 goes in the back. So this is the back of the printer. It goes right there. What does the mounting look like on that? Oh, I think I missed it. Oh, I put 2 on there. I only needed 1 on there. Oh, I might need to take those out. Okay, that's using 4, so I'll have to do another 8 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those all need to be filed down to get that mounted. But I do need to shore up this one right here. It's off a hair from its alignment. Come on. Oh, I put these on tight. There we go. Literally like 1.5 millimeters off. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see what the pieces for the bed look like, because I might just put the bed part together. Oh no, I can do those. Go back. I can do these side uprights here. That's from the front to the back. So I'll do those now. So again, you're going to go up here. And just do that for now. Turn this sideways so you guys can see. And then these go here. Oh, I did do that spacing right. Might be just a smidgen high, actually, because that should sit right on there. That's okay, we'll figure that out in a minute. And now the jig is like this here. So at least I can do is get this here and then drop that. I mean, that's 1.5 millimeters too high. Drop that down onto there and then tighten those up. So I need, I believe, 8. So I need 8 to install these now. Right? Oh, where's that other video at? Yep. 8 on each of these. My goodness. 8 and 8. And after this, I think this will be it. I think this is going to be the end of the build here for tonight. I'll do the filing and get the rest of those for the front and for this top beam, get those installed. That's just a lot of filing I need to do. And I don't work tomorrow, so why not do it tomorrow? Yeah, Andrew, sorry about that. Yeah, I was just verifying the next steps and watching the videos here that he has on the how to align all these parts and where they go. I'm good at hunting. Stand real still. Jeff, I've heard hit and miss things on rail cores. Some people love them. I have also seen several people who have just flat out given up on the build. And these are people that have done multiple printers before and just are like, nope, I'm done with this thing. I found that interesting. And I think Gunner is one of the ones that does the overkill where it's just like he does like crazy amounts of money into it. Hey Aaron, welcome back. We're getting there, man. Oh, Gunnar, I thought you were building a rail core. Andre, yes, you're right. I can use. I still need to do another 24 of these nubbins. I need to file another 24 of them off. So I can absolutely use the Dremel tomorrow because the kids will be awake. I will probably do it first thing in the morning before the little ones go back down for a nap. That way if I do it in the morning, it's done, and then I can build whenever I have time to finish up those parts. And then I'll have to figure out what in the world I need to start printing and get. I'll probably get 2 printers going. I'll probably get both of my Prusa Mark 3S and my Mark 3S clone, and maybe even Megatron. Megatron has really good dimensional accuracy, so maybe I'll get Megatron printing parts for this printer. I need to put a different bed plate on it, I think, though. Because right now it has a smooth PEI sheet on it, and I want to put a textured one on. Hold on to that PETG. But I can only do 2 printers at a time because I brought 2 rolls of the Amazon Basics PETG to print for this machine. Really hard to find good PETG these days. Gunnar won't make a video. He's too afraid of the camera. One more. Alright, that's the 8 for this one side. Oh, good gravy. Flat. Make sure to stay square. does not tighten these down. I'm just making them snug. I don't want these parts to move. That's just close. I'm going to have to drop this down just a bit here. Man, put this on tight. I think my hands are also just getting fatigued from the build. There we go. Here. Oh, would you look at that? This one doesn't have a hole in it. I was wondering if I was going to get one of these. This screw head doesn't have a hole in it. I have not gotten a T-nut without threads yet, which is very common to get when you get like when you ordered T-nuts in like the hundreds. There's always going to be like one either without a hole in it or it won't have threads in it. Okay, there's that side. Where are we at here? All right, let's turn this way. I gotta say this thing is getting it's getting beefy. I'm gonna do this one this side, so you guys saw that side. Give myself a little more working space here. I'm gonna prepare. So these are all the ones I need to grind. I guess there's 16 here. I need to get ground down tomorrow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Oh, I need more screws. Wipe them down. If there was an Ace Hardware, trust me, I'd go. So I usually try to buy, every time I buy bolts and stuff like that, I always buy 100 or 200 at a time. And then that way I don't have to worry about it, because I end up doing a project like, you know, the printer challenge or Megatron. Megatron was just stuff I had laying around to build that. The only thing I needed to buy for it was a 24-volt power supply. But I ended up having one of those laying around, so it worked out. Now I have a spare 24-volt power supply sitting here. Dude, this thing is a monster. It's getting heavy. You gotta figure, I mean, most of the weight of the printer is the frame, and then after the frame, it's the motors. Because, honestly, the linear rails are not heavy at all. They're fairly light in comparison to using smooth rods or compared to the motors, but this thing it's heavy. I will need to use a little bit of degreaser on it as well at some point, just because these screws are greased to prevent them from rusting. And I got a lot of the grease off, but not all of it, so I will need to just wipe the printer down when I'm done because of shiny extrusion. Although if they made matte black extrusion, could you think how seriously cool that would look? Matte black anodized extrusion. That's exciting right there. Alright, we're at 3 hours and 18 minutes, so we're just over 3 hours of build, or not quite at 3 hours yet of build time. So it looks like in total it's going to be about 3.5 hours to build the frame, including Dremel, grinder, sanding, filing time for nubbins. Whatever your tool of pleasure is, or tool of opportunity. Okay, you probably could get them all done in just a few minutes with a Dremel. Just gotta watch your digits with that, because these are little, and if your Dremel slips, there goes a piece of your finger. Oh, cool. Thank you, Aaron. I will definitely pick one up. Even though I already designed the printer to use a full size, I could always redesign the mounts for the baby one. Is it the same price, Aaron? Like $12 or something like that? This kit does not come with side panels. What I'm planning on using is foam core for the I'm actually going to do panel inserts, I think. We'll wait till I get there, but I think I'm going to do panel inserts, or I will figure out how to do some acrylic side panels for it. I did order some sound panels for inside to put, but I'm not quite sure how I want to do side panels yet, or even if I'm going to do full side panels. I don't know really yet. This is not going to be an enclosed printer, so all it does is protect the draft and make it look a little bit cleaner having side panels on it. Excuse me. Alright, 8 more for this one. So, alignment tool. That goes on there. This goes on here like this. Actually, how can I do it this way, I guess, right? this. Good. This top part here. Drop this down first. Come on. All right, just a few more corner brackets to install now. Two more up top. And last one. Boom. There it is. There's like, that's like 98% of it, because again, this one up here is not tied in yet. It's going to go right there. And then I have a few brackets I need to put here on the front here, on the front there. But I am done filing. My hands are just absolutely killing me. Ooh. I think someone just tried calling me. Alright, yeah, I'm tired. And this was a, pretty My bad. I didn't realize I didn't have audio on that one. Sorry, give me 1 second. I got a phone call. Woo! Thought I was getting called into work. Anyways, yes. So here is the mostly completed, 98% completed BLV MGN cube. Remember to print out your little print guide here. Takes about 3 hours, 3.5 hours to do the build. But this thing is solid. It really is. I mean, it's pretty robust. Once I get that final brace in there and the X and the rails installed, I don't know when the next video for this will be. We're going to continue on live stream for these, but it'll probably be another week or two, I'd say, before you see another video for this particular build, just because it's going to take me time to just print all the parts and make sure I have the specific parts needed for each different one. So if I'm going to do like whatever the rails are next, or if I'm going to do the x-axis or y-axis or z-axis next, I just want to make sure I have all of those parts printed and ready to go, so that there's no surprises when I actually do the stream. But yeah, this was fun. It's interesting build. Definitely have to think a little bit on it to ensure that you have everything in the right place. This is a little out of whack, out of line in there, a little twisted. I'll fix that. But yeah, I'm tired, so I'm gonna get to bed. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. If you want to support, help me pay for this giant build, there's a bunch of links down below. Check it out. Patreon. Most of this is coming out of Patreon, so I appreciate all those guys for helping me out for quite a long time. So have a good night. Take it easy. Wash your hands, and happy printing.